So yesterday I had a work from home day and it was Saturday. So I was feeling a little adventurous and I decided to see just how much I could get done doing ready for with some of the tasks I had to accomplish. Now the first task was review of a rather lengthy redlined contract, which was a word processing document, and that was not a problem. That's something I've done before with Office Suite Pro. It is fantastic. It gave me no issues at all. It took about 3 hours. It was rather lengthy. And then I had to kind of venture into some uncharted territory. I had to run a payroll report for last year, calculate actuals based on categories, and that's kind of when the wheels fell off ready for. And it's certainly not the fault of the phone or the system, but rather the dire state of spreadsheet processing within the Android ecosystem. Let me show you what I mean. So, obviously, I can't use the actual payroll register I was working with yesterday, so I've kind of created something simple in Sheets to just to demonstrate some of my points. So, here we have something that's kind of typical of a simple spreadsheet project. I'm going to do some basic formatting here. So I'm going to center these, I'm going to bold these, and I'm going to take the sales data, which in my example may have come from a database or it may have, who knows where it came from. And I'm going to turn that into currency and, oh wait, how can I do that? Can I, no, I can't do that there. Interesting. Can I, format. Size, color, font, conditional formatting. No, 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 no. I can't do it. How can I turn that into something decent? I can't. The only way to do that would be to actually do something like this. And by the way, if you're used to keying in Excel, this will drive you nuts. That's how we have to do it. Then we have to drag it down, which thankfully does work. Copy it, drag it over, paste special, paste the values only, then we can get rid of that. It works. Is it intuitive? Absolutely not. If you don't know how to do that formula, you're not going to be able to do this. And let's now consolidate the data. Let's insert a pivot table. What? No pivot tables. Well, let's insert. No pivot tables. And this is really where the wheels fell off yesterday. I just could not get a pivot table, and I really needed to consolidate this data down. So it's kind of sad that we're in this situation with Google Sheets, given that Google has released a foldable, which you would think or presume would be more suited to work like this. Samsung's had decks for quite some time. Motorola's got ready for. Even LG had a desktop mode back in the day, but we're stuck with, and right now I am just pointing my fingers and shaking my arms at the screen. This is our spreadsheet solution. Now, again, we're going to go to Office Suite Pro, and it's going to be much better, but still not great. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to go home, I'm going to convert that to currency, which is what you think we should be able to do and what we can do easily. I'm going to take this, center, bold, much quicker, much less fuss. However, should point out that the keyboard is a little weird here. We can do that, but if I try to, that does work now. Interesting. I still, the mouse. I'm sorry, the mouse. I can't click on to the edges of ranges and hold the shift key to do that, to highlight the whole thing. I still cannot insert a pivot table. Now, you'll see table over here, but this is not actually a pivot table. You just can't insert a pivot table. I don't know why or how. Now, I did this in Google Sheets yesterday and then downloaded it to my phone just to try to play with it. And again, I did it with the spreadsheet data, the payroll register data I was working with, and it recognized the pivot sheet, but said there was too much resource utilization was too high to actually do anything with it. So we couldn't actually manipulate it or change the pivot table or anything like that. But again, it's just a sad state with spreadsheets on Android right now. Oh, you may be thinking, are there other options? There's two. I did try Polaris Office, which again is a lot like Office Suite Pro. And in some ways, it's a little nicer. Let's see. Let's do number. No, we're gonna show. Oh, currency, right. So that's pretty nice. But again, we've got no way that I can see. We can make a chart, which is great, but we have no way to insert a pivot table. Which, again, I'm probably asking a lot from a phone. But if we're pushing these things as computing devices, which Samsung and Motorola are doing, Google's doing with their Flex, if we're doing that, then I really think this is something we should be able to do. Now, I've heard rumors that the Pixel 8 is going to support HDMI out in desktop mode, which is something that's been in Android for a while, kind of in an unfinished state. So we'll see if anything actually comes of this. And even AI tools, we have text to image, which is borderline, possibly useful in AI, right? I'm not going to sign in. I'm sorry, Polaris, but no, we're not going to say it. So the other solution, oh, great, Pat. The other solution I did try was using Firefox. Now, I used Firefox because when you use Chrome and you go to sheets.google.com, it just pops up the Sheets app. So when I tried Firefox, it was borderline unusable, would not allow me to sign into Google from sheets.google.com. When I signed in on google.com, went to Drive, and then tried to open a sheet, it popped up the Sheets app. I tried the desktop mode override. I tried just about everything I could. I could not get it to do Sheets. Actually, let me take that back. I did get it to display a sheet once. It was extraordinarily broken, not workable. So I eventually had to give up and bail. So once again, this is the sorry state of spreadsheets on Android.